In this lesson, we will use weather dataset, and by using Pandas data frame, we will analyze our data. The file is given in the form of CSV file, and these are the requirements. There are 15 questions, and one by one we will discuss all these questions. So first of all, you have to import Pandas data frame as we are using Pandas data frame. So you have to write down import pandas as PD and run it so it is successfully executed. Our second step is we have to give some name to our data frame or data set. As we are using weather data set, that is why I have assigned weather underscore data, but it's up to you whatever name you can give to your data frame, which is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and in parentheses you have to write down the path of your csv file. Right, I will show you how you have to write down wherever you have saved. So see, my csv file is here, weather data. Right click, and then you will see the last is our properties option. So click on the properties, and then on this security, here you can see the path is given, and in the last you can see CSV extension. So it means it is saved as a CSV file. Control C, press Control C on your keyboard. Right, it means we are going to copy, and here you have to press Control V. So now this is our path of our file. You have to write down in quotation when you will run it. So you will see sometimes there is an error which is called Unicode error. So only you have to write down R in front of this and run it, then the error has gone. Now we want to see whether our data is here or not. So just write down the name of your database, weather underscore data or data frame, and run it. So you will see our data is successfully imported. These are the columns name vertically, and horizontally are the rows. Right? If you want to see how many rows and how many columns you have in your data, then you have to scroll down all this till end, and here you will see 8784 rows and 8 columns we have. Sometimes when we do our work, sometimes we have million rows or thousand rows, so it is sometimes difficult to scroll down. So simple method is, if you want to check how many rows and how many columns you have in your database, write down the name of your database and then dot shape function you have to use. Run it, you will see the output. The first one always represents the rows and the second is column. See, both are exactly same. We have 8784 rows, records, or 8 columns, right? Okay, our next function is weather underscore data, and then you have to write down dot head. If you are not going to write down any number in the parentheses, by default it will print the top 5 records. If you want to see 10 or 20 or 200 or 1000, whatever, then you have to write down here. Simply I will show you, make it simple 2 when I will run it. So you will see only 2 records are here. But if you do not write anything, then by default the first 5, and if you want to see the bottom 5 or the last 2, then you have to use dot tail function. Run it, you will see the last 2. Right, and here see, as here our last item is, our last record is 8784, but here you see it's 83. Why? Because in rows counting starts from 0. There are 8784 rows, but if we will count from 0, so it will end 8783. This is one of the important point. But again, if you will not write down anything here, so by default it will print the last 5 records for you. I hope this is clear, right? Now is the index function. So what the index function does for us, only you have to write down the name of your data frame dot index, run it. So it will show you that our index starts with 0 and stop at 8784. Step is 1, right? Now what is the meaning of step is equal to 1? We have discussed in detail in my fundamentals Python course, but here I will show you one more time. Step 1 means that each record is increasing by 1. 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and so on, right? So is there is no gap between the stepping. Now is columns. If you want to see your all columns, so only you have to write down dot columns, and then you will see these are the names of our columns. We have 8 columns. If you want to see the data type of your columns, so dot d types, right? Do not write down data types, only d types, and first you have to write down the name, data frame name, and see your all columns are here, and date and time, temperature, this is the relative humidity. So see, data types are object, float, integer, and so on with the d.d type. Still, I am showing you few functions which we have to use in our questions. So far, we are not working on our questions. Okay, now is unique function. What the unique function does for us, weather underscore data, and in which column you have to apply the unique function, write down in the square bracket in quotation dot unique. When you will run it, so you will see in our weather columns there are different categories, mostly cloudy, rain, snow, clear, right? So these are all the unique categories if you want to see in particular column. And now is the n unique. Unique function applies on a single column. I will show you. See here I have written the comment apply on a single column, but n unique and unique apply on all columns. If you want, we can apply on single column, but it can also apply on all columns. See n unique, then we will see the difference. What is the difference between unique and means unique and n unique? So in unique you will see all the items are there, but in n unique it will show you the date and time. There are all 8,784 all unique records. Temperature 533. What is the meaning of this? Because we have 8,000 plus rows, right? Maybe in some rows we have 4 degree, maybe in some 6 degree or 10 degree. So unique total different items are 533, and all the data is here. So this is n unique, right? If you will apply n unique, you will get the output like this. Here is the count function. So what the count function does for us, total number of not null. Null means missing values. So it will show you not null, apply on a single column or whole data set, right? Simply if you want to apply on a single column, in square bracket write down the name of your column. This is now your homework, you have to practice it and then run it. Here I will show you each and every column. So here date and time, temperature, dew point temperature, relative humidity, wind speed. See 8,784 not null. It means we do not have any missing values. We do not have any null values. In every column, in each every record, it has something is there, right? So with the help of dot count, but if you want to see is null, right, this is not null. Is null is to find out how many null values, but when I will run it you will see the output in the, see here, is null. False, the output in the form of false and true. False means not null. If we have true, it means there is some null values. So as we have discussed here that there is no null values, that is all false are there. But again it is sometimes it is difficult, maybe there will be some true, but it is impossible for us if we have a long data to see. So just write down dot sum after this is null function, write down another function, so it will show you like this, the same whatever we had here with the help of dot count, now we have here with the help of dot sum function. See we have no null value, so it means 000. You can see here, right? I hope this point is also clear. Now apply on a single column. Now value underscore counts. The first function was only count function, now we have value underscore count. So what it does, shows unique value in each column. See this one, mainly in weather column, as I have discussed earlier, that we have different categories, mainly clear, mostly cloudy, cloudy. So it will show you that we have 2106 records in which we have mainly clear. We have 2069 records where we have mostly cloudy and so on. So value underscore count shows unique value in each column, right? So this is the output of value underscore counts. Now is the info. If you want to check the information about your data set, so write down the name of your data set dot info, run it. So it will give you the information like this. The data column, we have this much records, non-null values, means we do not have any null values, and the data type is object. Temperature, same thing here, non-null float data type. Here it will show you that index range entries 0 to 8783 index, and total entries are here, right? So all information. And one of the important thing is it will also show you your memory usage. So 549.1 KB we are using, right? So these were the functions which we will use in our questions. So now we are going to start our question number one. Question number one is find all the unique wind speed values in the data, right? First of all, we have to make sure what the question is, unique values. So see, we have to consider wind speed column. So here I have written the head function to show you that these are the columns and wind speed, right? Wind speed. When we will use this column in our coding or in our syntax, keep in mind that exactly it should be same. If you will write down a small w instead of capital W, again there will be error. So best thing is we have to select this. We will select Control C, copy and paste in our syntax, right? So unique wind speed. Different ways to solve this question, right? If suppose your boss asks you that find out the unique values of your wind speed, so weather underscore data and unique, which we had discussed earlier, run it. So it will show you that wind speed, you can let him know that there are 34 unique values. It will show you all the values of all the columns, but if you are looking only particular column wind speed, so there are 34. If suppose you do not like this method, so we will, okay, open this. Now this is the comment. So write down the name of your column as we have discussed earlier in quotation, and n unique. So when you will run it, so see it will show you only 34 because we are looking only this particular column. You can see the difference between first and second output. In first output it will show you each and every column and then total. Here you are going to write down some specific column, it will give you only 34. But if you do not like this method, there is another method. I will comment out this, and this one here is unique. Instead of n unique, just use unique and then run it. So it will show you that in wind speed, these are the unique values 34, maybe 4 kilometer per hour, 7 kilometer per hour, 6 kilometer per hour. If you will count, these are 34 different wind speeds, unique values, right? So there are different ways to solve each and every question. Okay, now move on to question number two. In question number two, the question is find the number of times when the weather is exactly clear, right? So first of all, you have to decide what column you have to consider. First is the weather column, we will see. And in weather column, so here I have written again 2. When I will execute it, you will see in weather column here we have fog. But in weather column we have different options: fog, clear, snow, cloudy, rain, whatever, right? So its question is we have to apply filter on this weather column. We want to see exactly clear, right? Again there are different ways. So different ways to solve this question. We can use value underscore counts, filtering method, or group by. Right, one by one I will show you. First is value underscore count. Write down your database name. So right, you have to do with me. In this way you will learn more. And this is the syntax. Your data frame name dot whatever, from here to here, sorry, column name, weather, and then your function value underscore count. When I will run it, it will show you again individually. So we were looking for clear, so you can say that there are 1326 records where the weather is clear. Right, again, if you do not like this method, so second method is apply filter, this one. So keep in mind, whenever is the specific value you want to find out, you have to use two time equal equal. So whether this is my data set name, this is my column name, equal equal clear. Right, when I will run it, you will see the output is in the form of boolean, true and false. False means that this is not clear, true means clear. If you will scroll here and you will see all are false, and here you can see one, this is the record which is true, it means this is clear. But again, it is difficult to find out, maybe we will miss some true here, right? So it is much better that instead of getting your output in the form of boolean true and false, we should get our output in the form of data set. So what you have to do, exactly you have to write down from here to here whatever is this coding. See, here to here is exactly same, only you have to enclose in the square bracket, and outside the square bracket write down your data frame name. When you will run it, you will see the output in the form of data frame, which looks more easy to understand. See whether all clear, and this was our requirement, which is all clear. Right, okay. And the last one more method, if suppose again you do not like this, but this is the best way to show, you can use dot get underscore group by function, the third one. See weather underscore data dot group by, because there are different categories in our weather column, so we can use group by function. In parentheses write down the name of the column, and dot get underscore group, in parentheses write down clear. So here I have also mentioned the comment get underscore group is used to pick a specific item. Right, so when I will run this, you will see the same output is there. Whether whatever we had here, the same, but the syntax is different. Get underscore group, but you should know these are the syntax as well. So I hope the question number 2 is also clear. Now move on to question number 3. In question number 3, question is find the number of times when the wind speed was exactly 4 kilometer per hour. So see again, exactly, it means we have to apply filter equal equal sign. Which column we have to use? Wind underscore speed. I will show you this here, wind underscore speed, and then this, right? So my first syntax is write down the name of your data frame, and in square bracket is in quotation write down wind speed, whatever is the name of your column, equal equal 4. When you will run it, you will see the output in the form of again boolean, true true. See here we have here pick 2, so 4 4, and the question is exactly 4, and then false false, right? But again it is difficult, we do not want this form, right? We want the output in the form of our data frame. So what you have to do, exactly from here to here, you have to write down same whatever you have written here. See exactly it is same, right? And then put a square bracket and close all this in the square bracket, and besides it, write down the name of your data frame, run it, you will see the output in the form of your data frame. Wind speed is 4, and this was our requirement. Now the same you can apply, wind speed is 10, wind speed is 6, or you can apply on weather. Weather is equal to snow, equal equal snow, or equal cloudy. In this way you will learn more, right? So here I have written one more example only to show you, this is not the requirement of question number 3, but that if you want to apply the weather is clear, so here is again true and false. If you do not want in true and false, then just write down as it is and close this in the square bracket, and besides it write down the name of your data frame, run it, you will see the output. All the weather is clear now. Right? Okay. Now question number 4. Find out all the null values in the data. And we had seen there is no null value in our data set, but I will show you how to find out if you have some null values. So here see null values in the data set. These are our all columns. So what function we have to use? There are different ways. First is null. Right? So when I will run it, is null function, is null will give you boolean result false and true. False means there is no null values. True means yes, we have null values. Again, we do not want in this form. We want in the form of data frame. So you have to write down dot sum after is null. When I will run it, you will see that 0, 0, 0. Right? Means there is no null value. So third method is you have to use not null function. Is null, then not null dot sum. When you will run it, so see how is your output. It will show you not null. These are not null. We have 8784 records and there is no null values. So these are the different ways how you will give the answer of your question number 4. Now move on to question number 5. Rename the column name weather of the data frame to weather condition. Sometime it happens that we want to change the name of our column, right? We can change. So weather, first I will show you where is weather. Run this two items. So this is weather. Now we want to convert it weather condition, right? So what is the syntax for this? Syntax is you have to write down the name of your data frame and then use dot rename. Dot rename, we are renaming column, that is why in parentheses write down columns equal to in curly braces old name, in quotation this is the old name colon and then new name curly braces closed and then this parenthesis is closed. So this is the syntax, right? When I will run it, so it is successfully run weather condition. Name is changed. So simple. Write down here your old name after colon new name in quotation. But if we want to verify whether it is changed in our original data or not, it is changed only for this question or for this coding. When I will run it, you will see weather is again there is weather. It's not changed. So if you want to change permanently, this is one of the most important point I am going to tell you. If you want to change the name of your column permanently, then you have to write down after this comma in place is equal to true. See in this syntax, after this comma in place is equal to true. If you will not write down in place is equal to true, wherever you will use this weather column after this coding, every time it will go to weather. The message will come that there is an error. So in order to make it permanent, you have to write down in place is equal to true. Now again I am going to verify check. Now see whether condition is there. This is one of the most important point. In place is equal to true. Right, now is question number 6. What is the mean of visibility column? First of all, I will show you where is the visibility column. This column we have to discuss. Right, in visibility column we have different values. Maybe 8 or 10 or 12 or 20, whatever. We want to find out the mean. It is very easy, but here I will show you one important thing. Here you have what is the syntax. Write down the name of your data set, dot visibility, your column name, and then dot mean. When I will run it, you will see this is the mean of all the values. Whatever values we have, the mean is 27.6644 and so on. Now same column, if I will ask you, okay, what is the variance? So same thing you have to write down exactly same after dot mean. You can have to write down dot variance. Do not write down variance complete, only VAR and run it. So this is the variance 159. If I will say what is the standard deviation, STD, do not write down complete, only STD and run it. Right? Here, why I have calculated, our question was only to find out the mean. This is the mean. I want to show you, because in a statistics we calculate so many times variance and standard deviation. What is the purpose? What we measure with the help of standard deviations, right? So variance is 159. When we take the square root of variance, it is called the standard deviation, because 144, if the variance is 144, so square root of 144 is 12, exactly 12. But here we have 159, so definitely it will be more than 12. So it is 12.62. So I'm not going to tell you in detail, but simply standard deviation measures how far your data values are from mean, right? So this standard deviation should close to the mean. It means that it is more favorable. Otherwise, that means if there is more deviation between mean and standard deviation, it means there is too many, our data values are too far from one another. Just like this, take this example, visibility, one is 8, here is 12 and 27, that is acceptable, right? It means if we have a 8 values, maybe our next value will be 10 or maybe 12 or 15, means these values are close to this mean. So standard, with the help of standard deviation, we will figure out how far our data values are from mean. But if you want to see in detail, you have to follow my playlist of statistics. I have explained each and every point there. What is the standard deviation of pressure? So same thing. Now pressure column, I will show you where is the pressure column, this one, and see 101. Same exact, you have to write down your data frame name, this column name, and then std. So here is the std. If you want, you can find out the mean of, I will show you, okay, I will show you what is the mean, and then we will see it is favorable or not. It will show us how far our data values is from mean. So see, mean is 101, standard deviation is 0.84. So here you have to make some conclusions on the basis of standard deviation, whether it is favorable or not favorable. What is the variance, right? Okay, here I will show you one important thing. So variance of the relative humidity. See here. Here in the pressure column, what syntax I have used? The name of this, my database name, and dot the name of the column. But in order to find out the variance, right, I have used my data frame name and then the column name in a square bracket. So here the question arises, why I am using dot, why I am using a square bracket, right? Okay, I will show you why I have. See here, if in pressure underscore kpa there is no gap between the name of the column, if there is no gap, then you have to use dot, right? But here in relative humidity, see, after relative we have some space. If we have some space in the column name, then you have to write down your column name in a square bracket. If there is no space, then you can use dot function. This is one of the most important things. So see here, if I will run it, it will give me the variance. But if I will comment this, I will use dot, just like I did for standard deviation, dot relative humidity. When I will run it, it will show you invalid syntax because there is a gap. If there is a gap, then you have to use the square bracket. If there is no gap, just like see, in here is no gap in the name, then you have to use dot. That is why I have used the square bracket. Right? Okay. Now question number 9. Find all instances when snow was recorded. Right? Again, when snow, particular thing. So again, we can apply filtering method, value counts. Here I have written different methods, value counts, filtering, or str dot contains. I will show you one by one. First I will show you that which column we have to consider. Snow, this one, weather condition. Now the name of our column is weather condition. If you will not put in place is equal to true in our previous coding, then You will not see weather condition here. You will see only weather. Now you have to use weather condition, right? So this is my first output. Okay, I will comment out this. We will move to second one. Here we will use value counts. Run it and see in weather conditions we have all these categories, and the question is snow, so you can let your boss know that there are 390 records where we have snow. But if he does not want your output like this, right? So what is the another way? Another way is equal snow. Equal snow will give you the output in the form of boolean. False means no snow, true means no. We do not want the result in boolean, so you have to show your output in the form of data frame. So run it. See, only weather condition is snow. I think this is more acceptable, right? But what I did here, see in the, I will comment out this is my comment now, and this is okay. .str dot contains, when I will run it, so what is the output of this? See again, false. What is the meaning of this? Because in our weather condition, if I say I also want to find out those records in which snow word is there, not only snow word, so this is the false. Again in boolean, here I will remove this comment. This is coding here. So see, snow showers. Str dot contains means those categories as well in which we have the snow name as well, not only snow. Here we had only snow. Here we said if we want to means contains those columns in which we have snow as well. So snow showers, all are there, right? Okay, again make it comment, remove comment. Okay, now if you want to see 25 top rows or 10 top rows, so after this write down dot head. If you want to see top bottom, whatever you want, make it 5, okay, or make it 10. It's not necessary that always 25. Tail 25. So run it, you will see top 10 records of snow. See, start from 41. Tail, if you want to see bottom, bottom 25, so run it, so it will show you the bottom 25. See here now, snow and fog. Why? Because I said str dot contains snow, not only snow, contains snow as well, snow shower, whatever. Now move on to question number 10. Find all instances where wind speed is above 24 and visibility is 25. This is one of the most important questions because here there are two conditions, and in two condition, see, you have to focus on the word whether they are using or operator and. Here is and means both conditions should be true. We want only those records in which both conditions are true, means wind speed is above 24 and visibility is 25. In the next few example I will show you or. In or, either one condition is true, but here both condition should be true. So wind speed and visibility, I will show you which two columns, this visibility and wind speed. We want only those records in which the wind speed is greater than 24 and visibility is 25, exact 25, right? It is easy syntax, but here I have split the syntax only to show you. First of all, you have to write down, this is the syntax, your data frame name. In a square bracket, write down the name of your column in quotation, wind speed. This is my first condition. And after this, greater than 24, right? Wind speed should be greater than 24. When you finish this, and close all this in this bracket, parenthesis. So from here to here, see, from here to here, these two lines. And then you have to use and operator. You have to press shift and 7 on your keyboard, then you can have this operator and or ampersand. If there is and if when we have to use this ampersand or and operator, if we have and here, both conditions should be true. And then move on to the second condition, exact same, your database name, in quotation write down the name of your column, equal, because this is a specific. If it is greater than, less than, if it is equal to, you have to write down two times equal, not one time, two time. So see, exactly you have to write down whatever is I have shown there here, right? So both are clear, and then enclosed from here to here with the square bracket. Outside the square bracket, write down your data frame name. Now I will show you very slowly, so when you will practice you will see each and everything, because even if one equal to is missing you will get an error. At the end we have the square bracket as well. When I will run this syntax, you will see the wind speed is greater than 25 and visibility is 25, right? Only those records which satisfy both conditions. So these are only few records. Now you can practice if the visibility is greater than 25 or less than 25, whatever, right? In this way you will learn more. Now question number 11, what is the mean value of each column against each weather condition? This is very simple, right? So here, this is the weather condition. We have to find out, there are so many categories in weather condition, we want to find out the mean of this weather condition. So run it. Here we are going to use group by function. Why group by? Because there are different categories in weather condition: clear, cloudy, snow, right? And we want to find out the mean. So these are the mean of each and every category. If you want to find out the standard deviation, just write down here STD, variance, VAR, and run it. This is your practice work. You have to do it. In this way you will learn more. And now move on to our next question. Question number 12. What is the minimum and maximum value of each column against each weather condition? Exactly same thing. Exactly, this is the same question. Weather condition, we have to find out minimum, as I have told you, STR for standard deviation. Write down MIN minimum and MAX for maximum. Run it. You will see the minimum values of each category. For maximum, run it, you will see the maximum values of each category. Right here I will show you all the records. Now question number 13. Show all the records where weather condition is fog. Right? As I have told you, you have to practice. Make it weather condition is snow or fog or whatever. So now I am going to give you one homework here. Just delete this square bracket from here and delete this part from here. Run it, you will get your answer in the form of boolean. But we do not want boolean, we want the data frame. That is why here see weather condition fog. This was our requirement. If we will change it snow, clear, this is your work. You can change the, you will see whatever you want. Okay, find all instances when weather is clear or visibility is above 40. Now see, two condition, but there is or operator. There is difference between and or. And means both conditions should be satisfied. Or means either one condition is satisfied. If the weather is clear, we want the output. Or visibility is above 40, we want the output. Exact same syntax you have to write down, but instead of and operator you have to use this pipe operator between these two. Pipe operator you will find with the help of shift function, and besides on the left side of enter key there is this pipe symbol. So see, same thing from here to here, you have to write down one syntax, weather condition equal clear, this my first condition, pipeline, and the visibility, sorry, visibility is greater than 40, and enclosed all these syntaxes in the square bracket beside the after the, sorry, besides the this square bracket you have to write down the database name and run it. So you will see weather condition is clear and visibility is greater than 40. But you will see why the visibility is here 25, because I said either condition is true. It's not necessary that both condition, and yes, both condition should be true, or only one condition. Here is mainly clear and visibility is 48. If the visibility is greater than above 40, so this weather condition is mainly clear, clear, and this the visibility, right? Okay, now again same thing. If you want to see top 10 rows, top 6 rows, so just write down tail. I will show you dot head and then you have to write down dot tail. I will show you dot tail as well, right? Then you will see dot tail 6. So run it, you will see the bottom 6. So this is the difference between and or. In and both conditions should be true, then we want output. In or condition either one is true, then we want to output. Now the last question, important question, is question number 15. Find all instances when weather is clear and relative humidity is greater than 50. This is my first condition, right? In first condition there is and we want the output where weather is clear and relative humidity is greater than, both conditions should be true, or visibility is above 40. Between these two we will use the and operator, and then when we will join the third condition we will use the pipeline. So you will see the syntax I have written here. This is my first condition, weather is clear, in quotation, just follow this, okay? And then after this put ampersand and sign, write down the second condition when relative humidity is greater than 50, and then pipeline, and then this pipeline for third condition whether data visibility is greater than. So see, you will what output here, you have to pay your attention because here is different output. Weather is clear, relative humidity, this one, and visibility. Visibility is greater than 40, 48. This condition is true, so we will get mainly clear and relative humidity is here, which is greater than 50. 48, again visibility is 48, but here is mainly clear, right? Two and condition, two condition should be true, but for the third condition pipeline, whatever is here, whichever is true, right? So I hope you have learned a lot in this lesson, and please practice it. See you in the next lesson, and thank you.